What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. Now, yesterday, guys, was a little bit uneventful. There was no League of Legends, there was no NFL, there was no college football. So there was really no entries that ended up actually finishing off, and no entries ended up like cashing or really even losing. So it was just, again, one of those days where we just show up to work, we try to get our setups in, we try to get our plays in, and hopefully they do pay off. So here are examples of the 3 Dota entries that I sent out last night. And I will say also, guys, I am sending out a ton of plays. I've already sent out a ton of plays this morning. I've sent out already, I think, 4 plays this morning around Dota. But you guys will see here the 3 plays I sent out yesterday in Dota. One of them misses, and then 2 of them do go ahead and hit for these setups right here. So that's really important there. These are 5.5 or I think 5.75x entries right here, guys. So when these do hit, you get a lot of bankroll with these plays, these 3-mans like this, guys. And again, if we could hit at least 1 out of 2 of these entries right here, that would be very, very good for us. And I did show these setups as well yesterday. Now, one of the plays that did end up finishing was this ONYX odds play right here with Andrew Wiggins. This was right here on this channel, guys, so that we do go ahead and hit once again on ONYX odds. We have been on a really great run the past 2, maybe 2.5 weeks on ONYX. If you don't have ONYX odds, you can actually sign up and get $100 in free picks on ONYX odds, which I will talk about later in this video. It is a really easy way to just multiply your money like crazy on ONYX. And yeah, so go ahead and do that. Now, I also want to say this was yesterday's play with Paulo to go over on the Taco Tuesday. I took him with Kirk Cousins and with Bijan Robinson to go under. Now, what's funny about this is the second taco of the day actually missed. So if you guys took it with the second taco, then it unfortunately did miss because the taco PrizePicks gave us missed. And then the third play of the day, the third taco of the day, was actually Bijan Robinson over rush yards. So you can't obviously take Bijan twice, right? You can't take him over rush yards and under receiving yards. You can't do that on PrizePicks. Take a player twice. So this play was a little bit less effective than I thought it would be, because as the taco plays go, guys, I always say to just sub in the taco plays throughout the day, whatever is the new taco up. But again, the midday one missed, and then the later one was actually Bijan again. So we couldn't retake Bijan, obviously. Now, with all that being said, we did take, I think his name is Oliver Bjorgstrand, and we took him under shots on goal. He gets 1 shot on goal, and his line was 1.5, so this does go ahead and hit. And then Josh Hart, which was the other play of the day, or a play later in that video, was under points plus rebounds at 14.5. This also hits, and he gets 10 of those right there. So both of these plays go ahead and hit. So hopefully you guys sprinkled these throughout the day. Again, stick around for my plays later in the video. Sometimes I don't have pairs to pair up with them, but I just really like their lines, and I want to get as much value out to you guys as possible. All right. So again, we have some great setups. We have some great setups going into Thursday, Friday. We have some great setups going into tomorrow morning. So we'll keep our fingers crossed, guys. If you don't know, I'm giving away a signed OBJ jersey towards the end of the month. It's going to be right before Christmas. As a thank you to you guys for watching all year, and obviously being positive, consistent, and watching my videos, guys. I really appreciate you guys. I can't say it enough how much I appreciate all the comments, all the likes, all people texting me, whatever it is, guys. And again, we are going to have a really, really great finish to the year. We're going to have a great 2026, which sounds crazy. But again, all you have to do is like and comment on every single video in December, and you'll get an additional raffle ticket to this entry. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get into the first pick of the day, which is going to be on ONYX. Again, I mentioned that we are having a really good run on ONYX the past 2-3 weeks. You'll see here's a couple of screenshots that I pulled from a lot of these plays, and I think like all of these plays pretty much, like right here. We're right here on this channel, so a lot of you guys should have been cashing these throughout the weeks. The play of the day, guys, is going to be De'Aaron Fox to go under 29.5 points plus assists, and I would take this to minus 122. All right, guys, so take that all the way down to minus 122, and this is going to be the play of the day on ONYX. Now, I did mention that ONYX odds is giving away free money, and here is how you go ahead and claim that free money. Pretty much all you have to do is sign up with my code detective. You spend $10 onto the app, so you put $10 on the app. I think you can do this with Apple Pay or card or whatever you want to do. I'm sure you guys have deposited money into an app before, and then you guys will get $100 in free picks. You actually get $115 in free picks for signing up for ONYX odds. Now, this does say a limited time offer right here, so I don't know if they're doing the free 15 on top of the 100, but nevertheless, guys, I don't know how much longer this is going to last. This is one of the most insane promos I've ever seen. You're literally 10xing your money in the span of 5 minutes, signing up for ONYX odds. And if you're in the VIP, you're going to need ONYX odds because you'll get a month free. This is also going to be usable for if you're currently in the VIP. You can get, a friend signed up for this too. If he's like, hey man, I want $100. How can I sign up? Again, text me ONYX and I can walk you through the steps, or down in the description, you'll see a lot of my links where you can go ahead and sign up for these different apps. I also want to say with Underdog Fantasy, guys, which is available in a lot of different states as well. You'll see all the states in the yellow here. They are doing a massive promo, which is play $5, get $75. Okay, guys. So that is an incredible promo. Once again, a lot of these apps are just handing out free money. $5, guys. That is the price of I don't know, like a pastry or something at a bakery or coffee, right? $5, $75 you will get on Underdog Fantasy. And I think I'm going to start sending out some more Underdog Fantasy plays, guys, because they have a lot of Dota, they have a lot of League of Legends, and why wouldn't we go ahead and take over Underdog Fantasy as well? You guys can also do this on Sleeper, and again, all of that information is going to be down in the description if you do want to go ahead and do that, okay? Now, let's get into today's play, guys. We do have another NHL plays. The NHL plays have sleepily been very good for us, all right? I don't know, maybe we're an NHL channel at this point, but we bet on absolutely everything, guys. Whatever can make us money, we're going to bet on. Whatever we can abuse, we're gonna bet on. But we are going to take Mikhail Sergeyev to go over 1.5 shots on goal. This is going to be the first play in this 3-man. Again, you will see this is a 5.25x as a 3-man. Again, guys, if you don't know why I bet $1 on every single entry, it's because for tracking reasons, it just makes it way easier on me to track with just a simple $1 unit. And 2, I'm heavily limited on PrizePicks. All right, so if I try to play entries over $5, it pretty much says you have to play things under $5. And then if I try to play more than $25 in entries a day, then it will say that I need to wait till tomorrow. So they pretty much put me on a cooldown that I got to wait till tomorrow, which is really annoying, as you guys may see when I'm trying to get out 10 to 12 plays a day to my VIP. So this is the only way I can do that. So hopefully you guys see that there. And this is going to be the second part of this 3-man right here. And the reason why I say the second part of it and not 2 additional plays is because these guys are extremely connected together, okay? We have Baker Mayfield to go under pass attempts, and then we have Bucky Irving to go under receiving targets. Now, normally you guys will probably see that I do a lot of pass yard stuff. I do a lot of pass yards, receiving yards. For example, we cashed a couple of entries this weekend with under Troy Franklin, under Bo Nix, under AD Mitchell, under Tyrod Taylor. And, I guess I didn't take that many overs. Here's an over right here, Lamar and Zay Flowers that end up cashing together. But I do a lot of yard stuff normally. But this is going to be with pass attempts and receiving targets. And the correlation strategy and the concept still stands, guys. The less that Baker Mayfield is throwing the ball, let's say he only throws the ball like 26 times in this game, then Bucky Irving is not likely to get 4, 5, 6 receiving targets in this game, okay? Now, in contrary, if Baker is he's probably going to have to be losing this game for this to happen. But if he throws the ball 40 plus times, for example, then Bucky's probably going to get that 4, 5, or 6 receiving target line right there that they did have. Now, I will also say Mike Evans is coming back this game, I believe. So they're going to have Mike Evans, they're going to have Godwin, they're going to have Buka, they're going to have Cade Otton, and they're going to have Bucky Irving, and they're going to have Rachaad White. So they have a lot of people to spread the ball to, a lot of talent to spread the ball to right now on the Bucs. And Tez Johnson, okay? So they have a lot of receivers, a lot of people to spread the ball to. And I also think the Buccaneers are going to win this game pretty easily, okay? The Falcons have looked really bad with Kirk Cousins. I think the only way the Falcons are in this game is if Bijan has like a 200-plus yard game, which I think is just unlikely to happen, right? I think the Buccaneers know that they just have to shut down Bijan. And as I always say on this channel, guys, the more you're winning a football game, the less you pass. So if they're winning by 17 points going into halftime, then Baker is going to shut down his passing, and they're just going to keep running the ball with Bucky and with Rachaad White, okay? Which is why I love the NFL, why I love football, guys, because it's really, really easy to know what these teams are going to do, and these teams are very balanced, right? The Buccaneers are a very balanced team, so if they need to run the ball 30 plus times in a game, they can do that. They have 2 really good running backs. If they need to throw the ball 50 times, they can also do that because they have really good receivers and really good quarterbacks. All right, so I do want to give one additional pick in today's video. I know I gave out 2. I normally give out about 2 to 3, but I just have 1 pick in today's video. video. It's my favorite pick so far of the week. Now, you'll see the NFL tab up here. Hopefully you guys can see that, the NFL tab, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know and love, but there's actually a thing called the NFL ONYX tab right here, and it's first half NFL. A lot of people do not bet on this for some reason. A lot of people don't even know about it, and it's one of my favorite tabs to bet on in football, whether it's college or NFL, because a lot of times in this first half, guys, it's really how the game script is supposed to go. As I mentioned, if a team is up by 17 points, they're probably not going to throw the ball very much going into that second half. Now, if they're down by 17 points, they are going to have to throw the ball a ton. Their game script might flip completely. But with all that being said, I really, really, really love Shedeur Sanders over 83.5 passing yards in that first half, guys. You'll see he easily goes over this. I still do goes over this in the past 3 games. I still have no idea why they're taking him so much lower. Why they're pricing him so much lower than a lot of these other people, and why his total is just consistently so low, right? We have seen him for multiple weeks in the 150, 160 range. We've taken him over a lot of those times. He had hit for us a lot of those times. And I know this game is probably going to be in the snow. It's probably going to be windy and stuff like that. But again, if you watch that Titans game, it was the same sort of thing, right? It was windy. It was snowing. And Shedeur Sanders throws for 180 yards in this game. I will also say the Browns, guys, they have a lot of yards after the catch demons. They have Fannin, they have Dylan Sampson, they have Judkins who can make some stuff happen after the catch, Jerry Jeudy, so they have a really, really solid team right here. And if you compare them to similar players like Jackson Dart, for example, another rookie that has started, maybe 4 or 5 games. I mean, Jackson Dart really has not started that many games because he's been injured. His line is 107 pass yards. It is like 25 to 30 yards higher than Shedeur Sanders for some reason, when Shedeur is a pure pass the ball quarterback and Jackson Dart is a kind of run first quarterback. Not run first, but he does run quite a lot. Now, I know Jackson Dart's playing the Commanders, but also the Bears are not a very good defense either, guys. Favorite play of the day, guys. I think this should be in like the high 90s, to be honest with you guys. I think it should be, in line with a lot of these other quarterbacks, right? So taking Shedeur over right here, he's on a very talented team, and the Browns honestly look pretty good, right? As we saw, I know they lost to the Titans, but their offense just looked completely different with Shedeur, so I'm going to take that over. I'm going to go and wrap it up here, guys. Again, sign up for ONYX odds, sign up for Underdog Fantasy, sign up for Sleeper. These apps are throwing money at you, so go ahead and do that. Again, like and comment for that signed Odell jersey, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.